This is the Agency Power Big Turbo Upgrade Kit for the Can-Am Maverick X3. Today we're taking a look at what's in the box and how it all goes together. At the heart of our kit is this custom turbocharger, which has a larger compressor housing for 33% more airflow. In the real world, this translates to gains of approximately 60 horsepower and 80 pound-feet of torque. This silicone inlet elbow comes off of the turbocharger. This aluminum fitting is pressed into this silicone T-coupler. We'll be using standard 3/16" vacuum line, which is included. This is the oil feed fitting. It's an M12 by 1.5 to -4 AN. This is the waterline fitting. It's an M12 by 1.5 to -8 AN. It's worth mentioning that AN fittings should never use thread compound or tape, as it can cause them to leak. Here's the included syringe, which is used to pre-lubricate the turbo for initial startup. This is the oil feed line for the turbo. There's a 90-degree fitting that goes to the turbo itself and a straight fitting that goes to this banjo, which is installed in line with the engine's original factory oil pressure switch. This is our 7/8" coolant line. One side is already terminated with a fitting. The other side is cut to length for your individual installation. We include replacement exhaust manifold studs, which are slightly longer than factory to accommodate the thicker flange on the turbo manifold. And no kit would be complete without some zip ties to keep it all tidy. We'll start by threading in our coolant fitting to the turbo. A crush washer is utilized because it's a straight thread. You'll use a 13/16" wrench to tighten it down. The oil feed fitting is then threaded into the adjacent port. This fitting will benefit from a tiny bit of thread sealant. It's tightened down with a 7/16" wrench. Lastly, our second coolant fitting is then threaded into the other side of the turbo, exactly like the first one. This also uses a 13/16" wrench. Now, we press in this -8 AN barb fitting into the coolant line. Later, we'll trim this coolant line after test fitting. Now, attach the line to the turbo with a 7/8" wrench. Followed by the oil line. That's a 9/16" wrench. And finally, the second coolant line, also with a 7/8" wrench. It's worth noting that these connections are best made with everything installed in the vehicle. And that is the Agency Power Big Turbo Upgrade Kit for the Can-Am Maverick X3.